Alright. Let's see if this is gonna work. I gotta check out. Alright, sounds like my mic might not be loud enough. Let's see if that works. Alright, sounds like my mic might not be loud enough. What's going on? Alright, I think we're good here. I just don't wanna. I'm echoing. I know I'm echoing. Alright, cool. I don't know what I'm echoing through. I gotta figure out what that is. Yeah, still echoing. Why am I still echoing? It's almost like I can hear myself. Oh, you know why? I'm echoing through my speakers. That's why. It's echoing for me. Alright, what's going on, guys? I just figured I'd do a surprise live stream, because why not? You know, it's Labor Day. It's the year's getting close to ending, so figured come hang out. Sure, we can talk about like plans that we all have for the rest of the year, or favorite moments of the year. I derailed my mic. Yeah, I mean, luckily I haven't derailed any coasters, but yeah, definitely derailed my mic there. So how are you guys? What are you guys up to? How was your weekend? For you guys, if you didn't know, I went to Great Escape yesterday to get on Alpine Bobsled before it closed for good today. So that was quite an experience, I gotta say. That ride was really, really good, and I'm gonna be really sad that it's getting scrapped. I mean, it was honestly the best ride in the park. But you know, that ride has a lot of reliability issues. Like, they can't open it when it's humid out or if it's raining, which is really unfortunate. But what can you do, you know? So, and I'm really excited for the Bobcat. I think the Bobcat looks great for that park. I think that's going to be an amazing addition. I don't think I have any other trips planned. Oh, well, I actually do have another trip planned before the end of the year that I haven't told anybody about. And then I do have another trip planned for the end of the year, before the end of the year, that people do know about. So I'm actually going back to Florida in November, so that's going to be really cool. I can't wait to get on Pipeline. That's going to be an absolutely insane ride, I think. And then the trip that I haven't announced yet, I think I'm going to keep under wraps for a bit, especially because I need to make sure that that's like definitely happening too. But we'll see what happens. All right. What else? What else? I really want to get back down to Virginia this year. I want to try and fit that in, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. And then I think, if all goes well, I might end up doing Darien Lake soon, but I have to check their operating schedule. Let's see. Let's look it up. Because I don't know when they cease operations for the year. I'm pretty sure those parks up there like close a little bit early. I'd really like to get to like Waldemere and Darien Lake. But I will tell you, I will be hitting 250 credits pretty soon. So that'll be really awesome. I can't wait for that. Let's see here. Go to New York, Darien Lake. Whew. Park hours and calendar. When do they cease operations for the year? Okay, so still open in October. So they have a weekend in October that is their last weekend of operations, which is the 21st. I'm thinking I might do Darien Lake. I might plan a last minute trip to Darien Lake one weekend in October. We're gonna try to go for that. Not sure how that's gonna work out. Hopefully I can get there. That'd be a really cool addition to add to my roster of rides and parks before the end of the year. Waldemir, I think, closes around the same time, so I might like try to fit that in, but I can't be like certain that I can make that happen. I don't know what else. I mean, so I don't know. I'm really hoping like more people join because there's a video that I'm about to make that I really want to talk about for my YouTube channel. And I don't know if anybody's seen it, but like there's this girl on TikTok. Hey, thanks for the subscription, Kaylee. I appreciate that. It means a lot. I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows about the TikTok situation with that girl Sammy Quinn and Six Flags Great Adventure. Hey, what's going on? Coaster Scorpion and Katie, what's up, guys? So yeah, I'm about to make a video in the near future, and it's going to be about that girl from TikTok, Sammy Quinn. Now, somebody else has beat me to putting a video out about it, but I'm still going to make mine. I don't know if anybody has seen Coastopia's video about it, but essentially the summary of the situation is this girl claiming that she went to Six Flags Great Adventure, and mid-ride, apparently one of the coasters, the restraint came all the way up. And then she makes this ridiculous claim that the employees simply just apologized to her and sent her on her way, which I'm friends with a lot of the Great Adventure employees. It's my home park. So, like, I know a lot of the staff that work those rides, and I know for a fact that there really isn't anybody that works there that would just simply apologize to somebody and send them on their way if something that critical happened to a ride. I mean, they're mandated by the park heads that they need to shut a ride down in that event that something that serious occurs. So, like, for her to make a TikTok about that and kind of, like, you know, try to shame Six Flags for having faulty rides, it just doesn't make sense to me. And it really hurts my feelings because that's like a slap in the face to my friends that work very hard to make sure that those rides are safe and, you know, in operating condition for the guests. And, like, Six Flags Great Adventure especially has had a really rocky past couple of years because of the incidents that have happened on El Toro. So, like, their reputation's already kind of tethered. So, you know, for some girl to fabricate this story, which I believe is fake, because if you think about it logically, right, in the event that a restraint were to come up on you, it wouldn't happen mid-ride. There would be a sensor that detects something like that. Emergency stop would automatically engage. It would happen. It would likely be detected before the ride leaves a block zone. And none of it makes sense to me. I can't make sense of it. Like, I don't think I've ever heard of that ever happening to anybody at any theme park. What's going on, Adventure Park? So yeah, like, I'm like really like trying to process that whole like story because I can't find the logic in it. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm gonna make a video on that situation, and I'm gonna call her out on it because I personally don't think any of it makes any sense really. And two, you know, she got a lot of views on that video, and that's like really bad media for Six Flags, and they don't need that in my opinion, and I don't think they deserve it. This has been one of the best years at Great Adventure I know for a long time, and I don't know how the state of the other parks are. I don't know what your guys' home Six Flags parks are, but I know Great Adventure is doing reasonably well this year. You know, it really would be a shame to me to see bad media hit these parks and really mess up the progress that they've made this year. So, if you guys have questions for me, feel free to ask them in the chat. I really want to, like, you know, have fun with you guys and get to know you guys, get to know me, have a nice relaxing live stream here. I think this is something that I'm going to try to do a little bit more often is live streams. I think it would be really cool to do this like once a week, maybe. You know, we sit down for an hour, talk about random things, just, you know, relax with each other. And I think Joe's watching my stream. Joe from East Coasters, he just texted me. Wasn't there a similar issue on Jersey Devil a while ago? Was that something else? This actually did happen on Jersey Devil, but it happened on the lift hill, and the ride got emergency stopped as soon as that happened. The restraint came up on somebody on the lift hill of Jersey Devil, and I know that happened, but they emergency stopped the ride, and they, I guess, evacuated the train, and I think they shut it down. Hey, what's up, Coaster Dragon? What's up, Joe? Dude, enjoy Gale Force. Gale Force is so good. I don't think people talk about that ride enough. Heck yeah. I have guitars that I could bust out, but I don't think I'm going to do it for this live stream. Maybe in the future I'll bust the guitar out for live streams or whatever. Have any of you guys made it to Great Escape in the last few years to ride Alpine Bobsled? I really want to talk about that. It's really a shame that that ride is closing down. I'm like upset about it. Genuinely, like, we went yesterday, as most of you who have seen on my Instagram know, and like, that ride was easily the best ride in the park. I mean, for a bobsled to have airtime, it just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, Gale Force is relatively close to anybody that lives on the eastern half of New Jersey, and it's such a good ride. I think it's top 10 in the state. However, I heard recently that Gale Force isn't exactly running as good as it has in the past couple of years, so I don't know. Maybe I'll go back sometime before the end of the summer to go ride that again. I've passed by Great Escape 3 times. One time I went nearby Lake George, but couldn't ride it though. Man, that's a shame. I mean, what was really important for me to ride this is that it's a piece of Great Adventures history. So, like, I really wanted to get out there and get on that, just for the sake of, you know, it used to exist at my home park. I've been a long time park goer at Great Adventure, and it existed at my home park before I was even born. So, like, you know, I really wanted that under my belt to say that I had ridden like a piece of Great Adventure's history, because I already have so many of the other Great Adventure credits that are defunct now. Like, for example, I've been on Viper. I've been on the Chiller, both sides. I've been on Great American Scream Machine. I've been on Rolling Thunder. And now I got Sarajevo Bobsled, technically. I mean, it was at a different park, but it's still the same ride. So I'm going to say that I basically rode Sarajevo Bobsled. And that was like a really important milestone for me, because I love the fact that I have been so involved with my home park for so long. And it's really shaped me into the enthusiast that I am now, and I'm really appreciative for all the memories that I have at that park. So to be able to go there, Great Escape, and ride Alpine Bobsled before it closed down for good, absolutely amazing experience. And I'm actually dropping the vlog for that tomorrow, in case you guys didn't see my Instagram post. So that vlog will be up tomorrow at noon, and you'll be able to see my experience at Great Escape. I have to say, that is a very pretty park for what it is. I mean, me and Tom both agreed, like, it doesn't need to have really big thrill rides. The vibe of the park is great for what it is. The lineup is okay at best. I mean, the Mine Train is good for people that aren't seeking, like, extreme thrills, but, like, it is pretty boring. It's not very forceful. It's very short. It's not very big in height. It doesn't go very fast. However, that helix at the end of that ride, Canyon Blaster, it's pretty intense. And then there's Steamin' Demon, and Steamin' Demon, that ride was just like, it's a bottom tier aero looper. Like, I know a lot of people do like that ride, but like, I did not. One of those corkscrews has a really like bad jolt. And those aero trains have pretty hard restraints, so like that jolt on that corkscrew really dug into my shoulder, and it wasn't very pleasant. But other than that, I was very impressed by their Boomerang. Flashback was actually a really, really good ride. Like, I was not expecting Flashback to be as good as it was. Like, I thought I was going to come off of it with a headache, and I didn't. How about you guys? How many experiences have you guys had at Great Escape? Have you had any bad ones? Any good ones? Let's get some chat going on here. Anybody excited for any of the haunt events coming up anytime soon? Like, I know we got Hershey Park Dark Nights coming. We have all the Cedar Fair haunts. We have Fright Fest for all the Six Flags parks. Six Flags looks like they're going big this year on their Fright Fest. Like, they're offering the Conjuring House, the Saw House, which is really cool. I think that's going to be a really interesting experience. I can't wait to see that. Six Flags Great Adventure specifically announced that they're bringing back Power Hours this year, which, for those of you who don't know what Six Flags Power Hours is essentially they allow a limited amount of people into the park, and they only open the roller coasters. So, and some of the flat rides. I mean, Wonder Woman is usually open at Great Adventure. I think Justice League as well. But they don't open every ride, and it really doesn't give families the incentive to come to the park. So there's typically no lines. You're able to marathon the roller coasters, which is really fun. I mean, I love it. Every time I've gone to Dark Nights, I've done that. I have a personal record marathon on King Nakai. I've ridden it 51 times in a row without getting off of it. Who knows? Maybe I'll beat it this year. We'll see what happens. I'm supposed to be heading down to Hershey for the first Dark Nights. I've been to some of their other Halloween events. Yeah, a couple years ago, I went to Hershey Park in the Dark. I don't know exactly what the dates for the Power Hours are yet. Actually, here, let me look it up. I'll look it up for you. Six Flags' website. Great Adventure, Park Hours. Okay, so they're doing Power Hours. Now, see, here's the issue, right? Their park calendar on their website is not showing that they have Power Hours on certain days. However, I believe, I want to say they start in middle of September, maybe October. I'll look for sure. Hold on. I know they had a press release for this, so I'm going to go look for the press release. I know they had a press release for this. And I think they posted it on Facebook. So I'm going to go on their Facebook page, and we're going to look for this. I appreciate that. Thank you, Bodabox. Let's see here. Typically, Power Hours is going to be on a Thursday and Friday night. That's typically when they do them. They don't do them on weekends because they like to open the park for Fright Fest for the public on the weekends. If you've ever attended a Power Hours event before, it's basically, they do Fright Fest events during Power Hours. Like, all the mazes are open even. So, like, you can still get your Fright Fest maze wristband, and you can go do the haunts and the houses while you're doing Power Hours, which makes it a lot easier for people who are really, like, interested in that stuff to get that kind of thing done, because it's a lot harder when the park's busy and there's hour waits for everything, but yeah, typically they do Power Hours on Thursdays and Fridays. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, let me see if I can find a press release for the announcement that Power Hours is coming back. Because I think they announced the dates on their press release for it. I'm still looking for it. Hold on, guys. No, I wasn't at Great Escape today. I was there yesterday. We day tripped it. I live 4 hours away from Great Escape. Me and Tom essentially got up at like 6 in the morning, left at like 6:30, got on the road, and we were there a little bit before the park even opened, which was great. And then we rope dropped the Boomerang, because from what I've been told, the Boomerang gets a pretty long wait. So we did that first. and then we did the bobsled, which at first we got a little nervous because we thought the bobsled was going to be closed for the day, but neither one of us knew that the bobsled opened later than the park opened. So the bobsled eventually opened at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, I think, and we managed to snag 5 rides on it. Nice. How was the Ace event? Did they give you guys the ERT for it, or like what happened? Like, did you do it when the park opened? Did you do it when the park closed? I'm still looking for this Power Hours press release. I know I saw it the other day, but now it's not coming up for some reason. I even went back to their Facebook page where I saw it initially, and it just wasn't there. So I don't know. Do you know if they started deconstructing it already? Like, were you there until closing? Like, did they have equipment on site already, like, to start tearing it down? Because I know Six Flags has been notorious in the past for doing that with rides they're taking out, where they'll, like, as soon as the park closes, they'll start removing it the second the park empties out. Like, they did that for Scream Machine when they closed that. They had an event for it. They ran it until about, I think, midnight or 1 in the morning. And then they started taking it down like that second. The next day, you saw track pieces missing from it already. Okay, so there's a possibility that they could be doing that now, but you just haven't witnessed it, which that's okay. I mean, we'll know for sure tomorrow. I'm sure. Or no, I wouldn't say tomorrow because park's not open tomorrow. But I'm sure we'll know by next weekend what the progress on that getting torn down is going to be. And who knows? That ride sat SBNO pretty often because, like, they can open it under certain circumstances. So, who knows? Maybe they'll leave it up for the rest of the year and they'll tear it down in the off season. Yeah, I don't know. Anything's possible, really. It's Six Flags we're talking about. So, let's see here. Let's see if Great Adventure has it on their Instagram page. I know I saw a press release for Power Hours somewhere. Damn it, man, I can't see it. What's going on, Costopia? Dude, that video really took off, the Sam Quinn one. I still gotta make mine. I'm waiting for ETR to get me his clip. Once Ryan sends me his clip, because we're collaborating on mine, then I'll start working on that, and I'll get mine out. But yeah, man, the whole Sam Quinn video, that situation is just insane. I really just can't believe that is even a thing. Man, I really can't find this Power Hours press release because I know I saw it the other day. I literally like texted one of my group chats and I was like, hey, you know, Power Hours is coming back because me and my friends love to do Power Hours. Like, it's one of our favorite things to do. I still have my Discord server. I don't post the link publicly anymore because of, unfortunately, like probably like half a year ago, my Discord server got raided, and there was a lot of people like being inappropriate in there, and it was really hard to clean it up. So I don't really post it that public anymore. But if you want to join my Discord server, just DM me on Instagram, and I'll send you an invite link. And that goes for anybody in the stream. If you guys want to join my Discord server, let me know. DM me on Instagram. I'll send you the Discord link. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's possible for me to DM the link on Instagram. I'll get it to you. Yeah, cause Sophia, I don't know, like. The ratchet system, though, like, if that fails, like, if the restraint comes up mid-ride on the ratchet systems, usually it's detected before the ride leaves a block zone. So, like, it would be detected either on the brake run if it was going to malfunction, or on the lift hill. It wouldn't happen mid-ride. Or on the mid-course brake run, and the ride would e-stop immediately. And even that, I mean, you have seatbelts on those rides, so I just don't. I don't know. I don't think that's really a valid reason to solidify that restraint failure. It just doesn't make sense to me. Here you go, Ethan. I'm gonna send you the Discord link on Instagram now. So, yeah, it is really interesting, and I mean, the reason why I have El Toro Ryan collaborating with me on my video about her is he's very, very, very smart when it comes to how rides work, like especially restraint systems. So he knows a lot about this stuff, and having his clip is really going to help solidify that this girl is making a fraudulent story. Because he worked Toro, he knows how Toro's restraints work. It's obviously a hydraulic system. And he's also a former ride op at other rides at the park too, and I think he's worked rides with ratcheting systems. So I'm sure he can justify what I'm saying by, reassuring the point that the ratcheting restraint systems wouldn't fail in the event that the ride is in motion, but rather on the block zones where they can be e-stopped and not have any issues. Like, if it I think they have sensors in them. Like, I think the trains have sensors in them that, like, will detect a possible failure or fault. And in that case, I think it e-stops the ride, or it'll trouble code it on the panel or whatever. But yeah. I never met Ryan the ride mechanic. Man, I really hate getting freaking fake advertisements on YouTube. It's so annoying. Or not YouTube, Instagram. My hidden requests and stuff. Drives me crazy. What do you guys think about Great Adventure 2024? What do you guys think about the Flash Vertical Velocity? Me personally, I think it's a great addition. A lot of people disagree, but I think it's a really, really good, perfect fit. What don't you like about it? Yeah, I mean, the capacity is an issue, but, if you really think about it, it really won't be that bad. I mean, yeah, it's going to run one train. Yeah, it's in the front of park. It's going to be one of the first things people want to go to. But we have rides that, hypothetically, could have worse capacity than that. Like the Joker, for example. And that ride gets long lines. Like, I mean long lines. Yeah, that was my thing. Honestly, I think if they were going to add a ride like that Super Boomerang, they should have made it dueling, and they should have paid homage to the Chiller to some degree. But, I think the Flash theme also really works because that's going to really appeal to the people that are very into the whole superhero themes. So the Flash was definitely a good move, especially because they have a movie out for that right now, and Flash merch is really marketable. So I think that's a step in the right direction. There's a possibility that maybe in the future, like if the park ever decides to renovate the Super Boomerang, maybe they retheme it to the Chiller at some point when the Flash isn't necessarily like a hot thing right now. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely a possibility for that to happen. Yeah, Gale Force is so good. I don't know if you guys have seen the video, but I have a vlog out on my channel from Playlands, and I also have a POV of a Gale Force. I love that ride dearly. I really think it's just so good. Now, realistically speaking, if you guys were to add a new addition to Six Flags Great Adventure, what would you choose? What would the ride of choice be for you guys? I'm seeing all the posts now for Alpine Bobsled. That is really a shame, man. Oh, you like Hydrus more than Gale Force? That's a pretty hot take, but I think I can see that. I could probably justify why you would like that more. Hydrus is a really good ride, so. Ooh, a Morgan Hyper at Great Adventure. Why a Morgan Hyper coaster? Yeah, Coastopia. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I think they should get a Mack Extreme Spinner. Like, that would be the most perfect addition to Six Flags Great Adventure. It would absolutely be incredible at that park. Or yeah, even the Blitz coaster too. I think a Blitz coaster would definitely perform well. I mean, or yeah, even the Vekoma Firestorm. I think any new generation Vekoma is a really good, solid addition anywhere. But yeah, I think those could definitely be great. I don't see Hershey getting a Blitz coaster simply because they have Stormrunner. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. I don't think they could justify that. Morgan did Phantom's Revenge, and they can pay homage to the Scream Machine. Okay, yeah, that's a good point, but when you have to think about it, right? Scream Machine. I mean, something done by Morgan to represent Scream Machine. I don't think it would really help the park's lineup at all. Mack Extreme Spinner would be great at Hershey Park. Just imagine some sort of zero G roll over the entryway. Yeah, that'd be pretty freaking awesome. I think any park getting a Mack Extreme Spinner it's a great addition. What's my opinion on the Sammy Quinn saga? Well, my opinion is she's definitely making a fraudulent story, and she's definitely making things up. I don't think her story is true at all. I know a lot of people work at Great Adventure that, wouldn't just brush her off in the event that something that severe happened on a ride. They would totally shut the ride down. The state would come and inspect it. The park would inspect it. There would be way too much involvement in making sure that ride is able to continue operating for her story to be legible, in my opinion. They wouldn't just run the ride after something like that. Best looking UK coaster. That's a great question because there's a lot of great contenders in the UK for best coaster. My top 3 picks would probably be Nemesis at Alton Towers. Maybe a Pepsi Max Big One at Blackpool, and then if it's not Stealth at Thorpe Park, it's going to be Project Exodus. Can Morgan do loops? I'm not sure. They only make hyper coasters as far as I know. Six Flags is all teenagers? No. See, if you go into the coaster community and you dive into all the content creators, a lot of them are older. And I mean, I've been around the coaster community for a long time, and I can tell you that a lot of the people I used to go to Great Adventure with when I was younger, they're all a lot older than me. So that statement that she made is just absolutely ludicrous. I can't believe she would even make a claim like that. Big One is terrible, by the way. Why is that? Why is Big One terrible? Yeah, I mean, if Morgan can come up with a looping model, then a Morgan version of Scream Machine, I'd welcome that. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, honestly. I miss Scream Machine. I've been on it, so it wasn't the smoothest ride in the world, but it was quite an experience. It's very intense, and the layout was fun. So I miss that ride. All this nostalgia about the older rides that used to be at the park, and it's a shame because like I just rode Alpine Bobsled yesterday, and like that used to be at Great Adventure 2 at Sarajevo Bobsled, and now that's closed forever. So it's just like, you know, the older generation of rides are starting to move out, and the new generation starting to really take over, which is bittersweet, but at the same time, like, understandable. A lot of the newer generation rides are much better than the older generation rides. Big one is rough and pretty forceless in my opinion. I see. Okay. I can see that argument. Now let me ask you, what would your favorite coaster in the UK be? Put a Giga at Magic Mountain, relocate Viper to Great Adventure. Honestly, if Viper ever closes down, it's never going to get relocated, and it's probably going to get scrapped. A Giga at Magic Mountain, I don't really see how that makes a whole lot of sense. But personally, for me, I'm not a big Giga coaster fan to begin with. They're great rides, but I think they're very redundant in comparison to the hypercoaster models. Like, I don't think there's much of a distinctiveness between them. So, like, parks like Kings Island and Carowinds having a hyper and a Giga coaster, it's very redundant and doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I-305 is great, though. Rolling Thunder can be an RMC. You know, Rolling Thunder RMC would be very interesting. My favorite coaster soundtrack, I don't have one. I mean, if I really had to pick, I'm a metalhead. I like to play guitar and everything. So I'd be a little bit biased towards like Wildcats Revenge's soundtrack. I think that's a very cool soundtrack. What do you think of the Ultra Surf coaster in Over Georgia? Okay, so this is a little bit of a half and half scenario for me, okay? The Ultra Surf coaster is a good addition for the park, but I feel like the park deserved a little bit better. That park is, I just went to Over Georgia for the first time this year. Their lineup is solid. It's solid. I'll give it that. But I think they need something that's more modern, and I think they need something that's really going to stand out amongst the lineup. I mean, they have Goliath. Goliath is a great ride, but Twisted Cyclone, it just doesn't. You know, any RMC is a good ride, but Twisted Cyclone just leaves you wanting more. So I think really Goliath just needs another modern coaster that really like gives that park the support and really rounds the lineup out well. But otherwise, I think it's a good replacement for what it's replacing. My favorite is Icon, followed by Smiler. Icon is the Mack launch coaster at Blackpool, right? With the Enzo experience. Is that what they call that? And Smiler. Smiler is a bucket list coaster for me. I think that looks like one of the best coasters in the world. Straight, simple. That's the best I can really give an opinion on that because I've never been to the UK. Hopefully soon. I don't know who this is. I think I have a spammer in my chat right now. Let's see. Where is my comments? I'm gonna remove these because I think this is spam. I don't know what that is, but no, I have not ridden Predator or Mind Eraser, but we're gonna try to fit Darien Lake in by the end of the year. I'm gonna try it. I'm really gonna try to get there by the end of the year. I rode Riddler at New England, and it was a pretty good ride. Here, where's start a poll, start a Q&A. Let's have some fun with this. What do I want to ask you guys? Sign my will. Is it really that bad? I mean, I heard Predator's doing better with the Titan track. Here we go. Is Darien Lake your home park? Needs more Titan track. Okay, that's... I heard it was running much better, though. So that's a step in the right direction. Maybe they will give it more Titan track in the offseason. Who knows? I mean, I can't... Oh, Great Adventure is your home park. Okay, cool. Great Adventure is my home park, too. Yeah, I'm at Great Adventure probably like 3-4 times a week. It's so bad. I'm probably be at like 30 visits by the end of the year at this point. Especially with Power Hours coming back. Here's a good question for you guys. I don't know if anybody's answering the question and answer that I just posted in the chat, but another question that I'd like to ask you guys is, since your home park is Great Adventure, what is your favorite roller coaster at Great Adventure? And why is it Green Lantern? Just kidding, guys. I know not everybody's like really a fan of Green Lantern, but I love that roller coaster. So some would call me an advocate for that ride. I wonder if I can see. Okay, El Toro and King Nika. El Toro. And Nitro and Ka. Yeah, no, those are definitely like the best 3 rides at the park right now. I don't know about you guys, but Jersey Devil is really falling off for me this year. Like, I ride Jersey Devil and I get off of it and I'm like, that was okay. Like, it doesn't really like make me go wow anymore the way that it did when it first opened. You're a fan of any stand-up. That is true. I am a huge fan of stand-up coasters. I think they're very intense. I think they're very, very intense. Alright, I get it, Ethan, but listen. Hear me out, right? When you guys ride RMCs or hypercoasters, you do everything in your power to get space between you and your restraint to enhance your airtime. So what is any different about that than having to do a method on Green Lantern to help improve your experience? Jersey Devil is my favorite. I don't think it's a bad ride, but this year it just does not really fascinate me the way that it has the past few years. Maybe I'm burnt out on it. I don't know. We rode it a lot the last couple of years when Toro was down, so that could be it. I like Medusa. Green Lantern would be better if the head area was softer. I get it. Green Lantern's restraints aren't exactly the softest, but there are definitely ways to prevent your head from getting boxed around on that ride. I love the leg pain I get from Green Lantern, honestly. Like, I think that is part of the experience. As weird as that is to say. I mean, the first couple of years JDC was open, it made me, like, it impressed me pretty well. Like, I thought it was really good. I thought the first drop was contender for best in the park, even over El Toro, which that's saying a lot. Medusa is definitely overrated. I don't think Medusa is a top 5 ride at Great Adventure. Especially not this year. It's not running good this year. Scream Machine or Green Lantern? Honestly, Green Lantern for me. Scream Machine was a great ride. It was very intense, but I think Green Lantern is more intense than Scream Machine was. Because Green Lantern just has breakneck pacing throughout that whole ride. And you feel forces everywhere in your body, not just your legs. You feel it everywhere. Maybe Pipeline will treat me better. Also, the method is very confusing. I also tried lifting my legs, and that didn't even help. Alright, so the stand-up coaster method. What you have to do is when you get into the train, before they lock the height adjustment, you need to bend your legs, and you need to put your seatbelt on your restraint. You need to make sure that your restraint is secured by the seatbelt before the height locks. Then you stand up straight after you have your harness secured. You pull down really hard on your harness. What I do is I keep one arm on my harness on one of the bars to hold on to keep it as tight to my shoulders as possible. And then I push down on the bicycle seat down on my side and stand up straight to make sure that the restraint is touching my shoulders. Because that's the trick to prevent any headbanging. If you can get the restraint as snug on your shoulders as you possibly can, and then while you're riding, you tilt your head a little bit forward, Green Lantern has virtually no headbanging. And I discovered this a couple years ago, and I've been advocating for this method ever since. And I promise you it works. Because I held an event at Great Adventure last year called I called it My Community Day. And I showed everybody that came out for that how to do the stand-up method, and I had a bunch of people that actually disliked Green Lantern. And I showed them that method and how to ride it, and those people that did the method actually came off of Green Lantern enjoying it, and it helped them, and it really worked for them. And this method can be applied to other stand-up coasters too, like Vortex at Carowinds. I like Vortex. A lot of people don't like Vortex at Carowinds. I think Vortex is a great ride. Oh, that's a hot take. I think Kumba's great. I don't think Kumba's rough at all, to be honest. That's just me, though. I might be a little biased. A lot of people love Hulk. I think Hulk is one of the most overrated roller coasters I've ever ridden. Same with Montu. Everybody loves Montu. I think Montu is incredibly overrated. Probably the most overrated roller coaster I've ever ridden is Montu, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not even playing. Montu doesn't even crack my top 5 inverts, and everybody promises a bone-crushing head rush experience on that ride. I'm guaranteed to gray out, blah, blah. I don't even, like, get whipped on it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not lucky, but I don't think Montu is that great of a ride. Yeah, if Kumba didn't hit the mid course so hard, it'd be even better. But it's still an amazing ride now, the way it is. Nah, Hulk is overrated, man. Hulk is definitely overrated. I haven't been on Max Force. I've been to Great America, but I went in 2016, so I did not get to ride Max Force. I actually only have 4 credits from that park, unfortunately, because I went with my friend, and he isn't an enthusiast. So, and the park was busy, and he doesn't ride roller coasters that much. So I only got on X-Flight Goliath, both sides of Eagle, so technically 5 credits, and then Raging Bull. Hulk is the most fun ride at IOA. I disagree. I think Hagrid's is better than Hulk. I don't know who disagrees or agrees with that, but I think Hagrid's is the second best ride there. You got 23 rides on Velocicoaster? Is that in one day? Like, did you manage to do that in one trip? Because that makes me jealous. I really wish I could marathon that ride. I don't know. Hagrid's for me is just pure fun. Like, I get on that ride and I come off of it and I'm just like, wow, this ride is just so unique. Like, especially if you get the bike seat. And I love how many launches it has. I love all the interesting technicalities that ride has. Oh, okay. It's 23 in 3 days. I mean, I could probably pull that off if I went to Iowa for 3 days and that was the only thing that I rode. Dang, 15 in one day? Okay, that's impressive. What do you think of the new Bobcat coming to Great Escape? I think that is a perfect addition for that park. After visiting it for the first time yesterday, I think it'll be a great replacement for Bobcat, and I think it'll continue to bring that vibe to Great Escape that it is a very, like, family-orientated park. Ah, okay. Was Iowa, like, dead? Like, was there nobody there? They need a family launch. I mean, yes and no. I don't. If you put something like Big Bear Mountain at Great Escape, that'd be a perfect fit. As far as like high extreme thrill coasters for Great Escape, I want to say the most perfect fit for Great Escape would, as much as I hate dive coasters because I'm not a big fan of them, I think a dive coaster would be great at Great Escape. Hulk to me just doesn't like. It's the same thing as Montu. Like everybody says, Hulk has these crushing positive G forces, and I just don't feel them on Hulk. I don't know why. I'm probably going to end the live stream in about 7 minutes. We're going to end it on an hour on the dot. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask me before I end the stream. When is my next visit to Six Flags? That's a great question. I don't know as of right now. The park ceases weekday operations this week, so I don't know, to be honest with you. I have some out of state trips coming up soon, so I'm not really sure when the next time I'm gonna go to Great Escape or Great Adventure. I'm sorry. What coaster or ride you miss that's not around anymore? The Chiller for me. I miss the Chiller so much. That ride was amazing. Did you go on Shadow Stalker? Yes, I did. I actually did get to go on Shadow Stalker, and if you want to check it out, I actually have a video from that day on my YouTube channel, a whole vlog on it. Yeah, Shadow Stalker it was a great coaster, and it's a really shame that the township made Sammy take that down. But that's New Jersey for you. Unfortunately, the state of New Jersey is very not about fun. Not about fun. They don't like having fun in this state. I cannot say at this time what exactly is happening to Shadow Stalker. So I guess just stay tuned to what Built to Thrill has to say about it. And we'll see where the future of that coaster is going. If it gets relocated at all, I don't know. All right, we're on the last 5 minutes of the stream, so anybody has any last minute questions, feel free to ask them. Do I really want to know about Shadow Stalker? I mean, I'm sure Sammy would tell me if I asked him, but I don't want to be that guy. So, but I know you're helping him with the removal of it, or I don't know, maybe you didn't go help him. I know he's asked you several times. Speaking of, when are you going to upload again? You're always getting on me for uploading. I'm finally starting to upload again. When are you going to upload again? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's what I thought. Anyways, I hope everybody had a good Labor Day weekend. If you guys visited any parks, I hope you guys had a good experience. I know there was a lot of parks this weekend that were swamped, very busy, so... Shadow Stalker update video? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to do that. Is it an ordinance building permit that is the big deal? I have no idea, honestly. I just don't think I think there's a law that is against it. You know? Alright, we got about 2 minutes left. Working on buying a place. Oh, nice. Very good. You did not tell me that. We'll have to go grab a beer and talk about that soon. Catch up. I haven't seen you in a while, so hope everything's well with you. Alrighty, we're coming down to the last minute of the stream. I just want to thank everybody who joined the stream and hung out with me today. I'm gonna try to do more live streams. I think it's a really cool idea, and you know, we'll have conversations like this. Hopefully one day we meet at Great Adventure and I'll give you a plan I have. Yeah, I mean, I'm at Great Adventure all the time, so if you see me, make sure you come say hi to me. I mean, it doesn't bother me when people come up to me, so. But yeah, what is the next coaster to go to Great Escape? To go at Great Escape. Honestly, if you want my opinion, it's gonna be Steam and Demon, because Arrow doesn't make parts anymore. Vekoma does, but like Steam and Demon's not really like that popular. It was a walk-on yesterday, and it wasn't that great of a ride, so I think that's it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna try to do this more often. Do Q&As. I'll try to announce the live streams in advance so that you guys have time to prepare for it. This was kind of last minute, and I was just like, you know what, let me try this. So we did. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys visit a park sometime soon, and make sure to check out my Great Escape vlog tomorrow when it drops, because